Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about bullying amongst women, bullying in the workplace. I was talking to someone and it dawned on me that I've been bullied by women my entire life. Like I was thinking about like workplace bully. I've experienced that a lot. It seemed like that's just something that just doesn't go away. It's not going to go away. And just my experiences. And it's crazy because back then I didn't know that I was being bullied, right? I just thought it was, I don't know. And I'm thinking it could stem from how my mother was in the home. I grew up with my mother and my grandmother in the home. And that's another video I want to talk about, like the growing up in that dynamic. But maybe I thought it was normal. Again, I didn't know that I was being bullied. So I've always felt different. I never felt that I fit in really anywhere. I think I can recall on maybe like one hand, I think I had a childhood best friend and I really loved them. And that's it. I love being around her family. I loved her grandmother. Rest in peace to her. She passed away. And like, but the workplace bullying, as soon as I got in corporate America, my first bully was a black woman. And I didn't know it was bullying at the time. I was a new mom, had just started working, and I was honestly surprised I got the job because she acted like she didn't even like me at all. Like, did not like me, but I got a job. And maybe it could have been, one of those, I need to have she was brown. I'm brown. And now that I'm doing this video, she probably wanted to hire me so she can bully me. And now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, that's probably what it was. So yeah, it would be, I would have interactions with different clients, and some of them would flirt with me. And I used to be like, why are you flirting with me? Because honestly, my self-esteem was to the ground. I had just had a child. Me and the child's dad, we weren't together. And I knew I needed a job, to support us. And so I'm like, why are you flirting with me? Like, some of her friends would come in, their sons would like, oh, who's that? She's pretty, da da da. And she would get like literally mad. So she would say stuff like, why you want to talk to her? This, that, and the third. She would say like little snide remarks about me to me. She would just be mean to me. Like, I was having some health stuff going on at the time. I confided in her, and she told people, that's why you don't tell your business at work. I was young, but anyway, and I didn't have a mother to not tell me to keep my business to myself. That was like my first job, my first bully with a black female manager. Then I got a promotion. I moved to a different location. Had a white boss. Same thing, but a little different. She was very covert with it. Kiki in my face. Meanwhile, she's like setting me up to not meet my goals. And at first I was gonna preface this and say, and I know a lot of things start at home, but it's like now I'm wondering, do some females come out of the womb like this? I'm saying this because my daughter right now, she's in elementary school. She's little. She's experiencing this as well. My daughter is gorgeous. I'm not saying because she's my daughter, she's pretty. And she's very intelligent. When I mean intelligent, like, it's scary how intelligent she is. She catches on. She teaches me stuff. Listen, I'm smart. Some things I'm not that good at. And I'm okay to admit that. But she, like, sometimes with her homework, she'll, if I don't get it, she'll get the teacher to show her, like, hey, my mother didn't understand this. And then she would come back to me and get the assignment again, a different one, and explain it to me. And sometimes I still don't get it, but this little girl gets it. But she tells me stories of girls like being mean to her. Like, the one girl didn't have a coat. My daughter offered her a coat, and she got smart with my daughter. And I'm not one of those people like, my daughter can do no harm. No, excuse me, but my daughter is very gentle. Unfortunately, but fortunately, I'm like getting her there. She's getting to the point where she is defending herself. But I have to tell her that there are some girls and boys that don't like you because of who you are. You know, people have tried to cheat off of her again because she's very bright. Like, you know how some people are so smart that it only takes this much of information and then they like know everything, or they don't have to put much effort into it. It comes to her so easily. With me, I have to like put some elbow grease into it. Not everything, but there are some subjects that I have to like really concentrate on. A lot. I was like that in school. Like, in order for me to get it, I had to like really like get into it. Like, I'm not one of the people you give me this little bit of information and I know it. Absolutely not. But I'm wondering, like, and I'm quite sure the patriarchy has a lot to do with how women are with other women, and you know, people's households, upbringing, background, things of that nature. Y'all, I have morning breath. I'm drinking my coffee. Not morning breath, morning voice. Yeah, so like, even like one of my jobs like a few years ago, I forgot what it was, but the manager at the time, black, fair skin, and that's another thing. I always thought that if you have a certain lifestyle, why are you jealous of me? This person was in a sorority, drove a nice car, a freaking manager, and at this time, a manager, like a manager making 6 figures, okay? And like screamed at me in front of everybody, and I'm sitting there like, what was that for? And so I didn't say anything. I think I was just in shock that it happened. And lo and behold, somebody said something. I still feel like my supervisor said something to this day. Shout out to you. She said something to HR. HR pulled her ass up. Her boss was upset. Her boss's boss was like pissed. You know, you can tell they were concerned. Like, at least that's what they show. You know, companies don't be giving a damn about employees, but you know, they genuinely apologized. And then found out she had been harassing other black women, younger black women, because I was younger. She was jealous, but it goes to show that some women, it doesn't have anything to do with position, title, lifestyle. It's the energy that you carry with you. I've noticed, like, at first I would think like, if I just look a certain way, or if I just play dumb, you know, I wouldn't get that type of hate, because that's really what it is. And that didn't work. And now that I'm authentically me, you know, daggone wow, it's still happening to this day. I'm a recovered people pleaser, so it's 10 times worse because I'm not a people pleaser, and I'm at the age where I don't give a damn. And so I still naively thought that I've hit the wall to society. Some days I look busted, that the hate would, like, you know, die down. Absolutely not. I feel like it's gotten worse. Y'all, I feel like I really want to make this a series, because I'm not going to be able to fit everything that I want to in this video. It would be like 100 million minutes long. But like, I'm sitting here thinking about like some of the fake mentors that I had. Y'all, I decided to pick black women for my mentors, thinking they would help me. Boy, was I wrong. Like, and I think because I'm naturally a person that enjoys teaching people, that enjoys helping people, regardless if they're in my field or not. I'm going to help you get where you need to be. I was in leadership at one time, and it would never come to a place where if I need to train someone, I'm going to sabotage their growth. And I've had mentors that supposedly mentored me but didn't. I've had mentors that just didn't like me. I remember one specific mentor was dealing with somebody at work, and if you see this, you know who you are. I don't give a damn about you either. But anyway, her boyfriend, whatever, at the time, I did not know. I was pregnant with my daughter at the time. I did not know that was her man, right? She was supposed to be my mentor, but I guess, you know, personal, business, whatever. Okay. Even though the lines were blurred there because she was dealing with someone at work. But anyway, I was pregnant. I was having a moment I had a family crisis at the time, and he was the supervisor around that basically was there, right? And I was having a breakdown at work. Like I think I had a panic attack at work when I was pregnant. And he was there. He confided in me on some things, and I guess homegirl didn't like it, mind you. And there are a lot of women that are insecure. I get that. I'm not the type of person that wants your man. Most of the people at the job, unfortunately, know that I've been married and went through a divorce. Like I literally went through a lot there. Good, highs and lows. And that's fine. And she kind of like, you would think, like, I'm quite sure he had told her, and maybe I've caught him looking at me in that way a few times before I was pregnant. And I ain't paying any attention because I don't mess with people at work. I don't mess with people on a romantic level at work. That's just not my thing. And so she like started acting funny. And the next thing I know it, they got engaged and married. Didn't tell me anything. Mind you, she was supposed to be my mentor, but she started acting funny. So it was just like, didn't call and say, hey, so and so told me that she was having a hard time at work. Are you okay? Is the baby okay? No, straight was like cut off. And then I started just noticing, just throughout my life, I would want to include people in my life, include them in my events. They would never invite me to the events. When I tell you I've always been an outsider, I've always been an outsider. And it's probably because I never wanted to, my energy is I don't want to be in a clique. I don't mind people, but I don't feel like I need to be in a group to fit in. Like, as far as with management, I've never been a type of person that would kiss ass. I don't. Will I make conversation with you? Yes, but I'm not one of those people that have hidden motives. I'm not. I've had some good managers, maybe like one or two. One was a white woman that I used to keep in contact with, and I totally forgot about her. She was like, I honestly feel like she was sincere. She really pushed me to do well. And at that time, and I'm like, why is she doing all of this? But now looking back, I'm like, she was preparing me for a lot. She was a single mom. I was a single mom. There was certain things she was putting me down with game, but I wasn't there to mentally, I wasn't there to accept what she was providing me. And Cindy, if you see this video, that was about you. But I'm like, I feel like I get the most hate from women of color. That a few weeks ago when I went out to the store, this black lady just like looked me up and down, like just looking me up and down. I'm like, same thing at another store, just nastiness. I went to the store yesterday and black woman just giving me the stank eye, like she wanted to she kind of smiled but didn't smile. And so now it's just like when I go out, I just try not to even make eye contact with people because I don't know what type of demon that I'm dealing with. Because it's giving demons. Like I just don't want to. I saw it, like sometimes I saw this lady yesterday with her daughter, and I just was saying, she was beautiful. Her hair was beautiful, and she said the same thing in return. But like sometimes I be hesitant on giving compliments because women be wild. People be wild. And then let me take it back to the feedback at work. You have some women that will give you supposedly constructive feedback, but it's to humble you. It's to bring you down a few notches. So I remember my old manager, who's a black guy. He was a little flirty. I ain't even gonna hold you. He was a little flirty, but I never will forget what he told me. He was like, you have to be mindful of the feedback that you receive from people, meaning the intent behind it. And that has stayed with me to this day. And I don't even know if he remembers that he said this to me, but you have to be mindful of the intent that the intent that someone may have when they give you this feedback. That's why feedback, I take it with a grain of salt. Depending on who it's coming from. Because you have some people that will supposedly give you feedback to knock you down a few notches. And been there, done it. And not dealing with that. Yeah, but the hate is real. And I used to always think it was materials, but it was just like, it's not materials at all. Like, I don't give a hell about designer stuff. Like, I don't. I drive an old car, and because of who I am, the energy that I have, freaking honestly, the hardships I've experienced, and to still be here and in good health. People are mad, and people can feel that energy. People can feel when you are authentically you like, it does not matter what you look like on the outside. It does not matter what materials you have. If you carry that energy, which is what I've had since I was born. I was born this way. I don't know why I was born this way. I was born this way, and I've experienced this, and I know I be going off a tangent, going back and forth. If you've seen me in my videos, this is what I do. This is who I am. I was talking to an old childhood friend, and I was thinking about like some of the neighborhood bullies that I've had. And I'm like, why such and such a name? Like, I didn't even know. This person never even met me and didn't like me. Did not like me, came around my neighborhood and wanted to fight me. I didn't know this girl. Never seen this girl. Like, she was like, oh, such and such want to fight you. I don't know you. And I know it's energy, because I'm going to speak on myself. My neighbor, I ain't gonna hold you. I was jealous, because not to the point where I wanted to like do her harm, but like her dynamic was kind of like mine. Both of her mother and grandmother lived in a household, but I always felt like in that house, it was just like, that house just felt so much cozier and warmer, and I wanted that for myself. And I felt like her mother would, do certain things with her that I wanted my mother to do. Not to say that my mother didn't do what she had to do. Excuse me. That's one thing I will say. Yes, I'm no contact with my mother, but my mother worked. My mother worked to make sure she provided for me, because I grew up like really as the only child. She made sure she worked every day. My grandmother like took care of me. But like there were certain things that I guess I craved. Even though I felt like now I'm doing this video, like our dynamic was pretty much the same way. But anyway, long story short, homegirl now, she's older. She don't even like me. She don't even want to talk to me. Like when she see me, she act like she don't even know me, y'all. But anyway, and that's all well and good. If she could have been very well jealous of me, because again, the light that I carry, the light that I still continue to carry, she may not like it. She may never liked it. I don't know. That's not for me to, I don't care about that. But, yeah, like, y'all, that workplace bullying, that's why, like, sometimes when I see videos on women, like, women stick together and they do this and they do that, I'm like, that's a whole bunch of malarkey. That's a whole bunch of lies. It's a whole bunch of lies. I'm here to tell you that. And I feel like it's gotten worse. I'm thankful that I've had the friendships that I did have as a kid, because I don't know the way society is now that I'll ever have the opportunity to have friendship or fellowship with other women. Ooh, I like that, fellowship. So tell me, y'all, like, I know I ain't the only one that's experienced this bullying, workplace bullying in life. Yeah, I know that I've lost hope in real life society, meaning there's more community on virtually than there is, and I can only speak for me. There's more community virtually than in real life. Where I am geographically is not happening. It's just not. It's just a whole bunch of fake stuff, and then you have people that want to be your friend and then just to bully you and treat you like crap. But like, what have your experiences been like? Have you had somebody to try to be nice to you just to stab you in the back or put you down? Then you have some people that want to use you for your resources. I've had that too. So this all women who, girls this and girls that, women this. You know what, now I'm sitting here thinking about it. You have some women that will be mad, because I'm going to add the men in here a little bit too. Men will flirt with you at work, and then a woman that's not the desired one will get upset that the guy's flirting with you, but you're not flirting with them. They coming to you, flirting with you. But Yo, that's why I like to go to work and mind my business. Um, Work from home, you can still get bullied work from home as well. My last job, work from home, same thing. It was my manager. Yeah. But that's what happens you grow, when you're born with a light that you won't allow anyone to extinguish. That's all I got for y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, hope y'all having a good holiday season. Christmas is my favorite, holiday season. Like, I love to decorate everything except for my car. I don't like decorated cars. I don't know why, but I just don't. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. All right. Bye. So as I was editing the video, I realized I left out maybe like the time frame. It may have been clear to you, it may not have been clear to you. The person I said wanted to fight me, that she never met me, I maybe met her one time, and then the next day she wanted to come around my neighborhood and fight me. And this is when I was, of course, a kid. Then the second scenario, when I was talking about the grandmother and mother dynamic, that again was from my past when I was a kid. We kind of grew up in similar circumstances. And presently, I've seen her several times because I'm assuming that we live like in the same area. She's acted as if she did not know me, and that is fine. And there's probably some hostility there because there were certain things, certain obstacles that I've overcome. I've gone to good schools and I wasn't supposed to because I was a teenage mom. I've experienced certain things that I shouldn't have experienced because I was a baby mother. I grew up in the city. So yeah. So when she sees me, she acts as if she doesn't know me. And it's 9 times out of 10, it's jealousy or hate. And I think it's funny because people think because they come from certain type of, or they come from some money, or their parents may have had more money, or their dynamic may be different, that they should have one up with though someone. And I'm not to say that I grew up poor, because I did not. Let's be clear. I did not grow up poor, but there were certain choices that I made, i.e. becoming a baby mother, or i.e. becoming a teenage mom, that should have set me back 1,000 steps, but it didn't. And I end up still experiencing good things in my life, having good experiences with people that I love. So, and she did not have those. So, but yeah, I just had to add that in there because that's the OCD in me. Sometimes I'll clarify, sometimes I don't, but I just wanted to make that clear. All right, bye for real.